around 10:15 or so. Hello and good evening. I'm trying to figure out how to flip this up. I'm in my living room right now. I've been a tad bit busy today, just a whole lot busy. So you've seen the title, Are We Living in a Matrix? I hope we're not living in a matrix. I personally hope we are not living in one. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Thank you for joining me. You all feel that we're living in a matrix? I know that Mr. Musk has been speaking about that for several years. Hello, Applebrooks. Hello, everyone. I know that he's been thinking about that for several years, but really that carries a lot of ramifications with it. It really does, because it would cause a person to rethink life itself and everything that you do. It would cause a person to rethink consequences to everything that they've done. That's what I think of when, if I really start to think about it. Hello, a Matrix. I have watched several of the Matrix movies before, and there's like multiple holograms. It's got these holograms and all this kind of stuff. But really, I think it might have some, hello there in South Africa. I think it might have some far-reaching consequences. I think it really does, because where would humans fit in, and where would feelings fit in, okay? Where would life fit in? Where would emotions fit in? That's kind of a moral, looking at it from a moral issue of how we would treat others, okay? Would we just pretend like we're all just a part of a video game, the video games people play, and then boom, they're just characters, and then that's the end of them? See, that's one aspect that I look at it at. Hello, thank you for joining. I really do. I know that there are some theories, like that is a theory, that we are living in a matrix, or like we're like Sims. I can't remember what Sims was about, SIMS. I've heard of it, but I can't remember. I know video games have come a long way in this lifetime. They have, and some video games are so realistic, it would be hard to distinguish that from real life because of the graphics and everything. The same way with holograms, how would you know the difference? And then like holograms, and would you give, how can I say that? Would you treat a hologram with the same dignity as you would a human being, so to say? And what if a human being what if a human being was a hologram and they didn't realize they were a hologram? See, it is hard for me to wrap my mind around. Yeah, there is a human concept. Yeah. And I've never heard of any of this before. Before I started on this journey, I haven't. If the truth is crushing a lie, well, I feel that I'm human. I really do. Yeah, shalom. Hello, everyone. Yeah, to live in a matrix. Well, I will say something about that. When I started to spiritually awaken, I was drawn to four-leaf clovers, okay? And I thought, well, I can find four-leaf clovers. I remember being at my friend's house, and I'd look outside the window, and my left hand would start tingling. And I would literally walk outside, hold my hand out, wave my hand over the grass, and it would tingle, and then there before me would appear four-leaf clovers, and it would be one right after the other. So then I started being able to just go anywhere where my hand started tingling, and it's like those four-leaf clovers would literally manifest right before my eyes. I think the most I've ever found before was like 122, 4, 5, 6, and 7 leaf clovers. So, yeah, I never had that experience before in my life, but now I can find 4 leaf clovers, and I will tell you that it literally does seem like they manifest right in front of me, just like that. So you could say maybe somewhat of a something making it happen. Yeah, I've got pages and pages in books of 4 leaf clovers. That's when I first really started to waken, and my left hand would start tingling and stuff. I can still find them, but I noticed the more I concentrated, the more that they would come out. Yeah. And they just appear one right after the other, right side by side by side by side. But I had to be in that frame of mind in order for that to happen. I had to be at a certain place within my being. Um, yeah. Well, yes, we are spiritual, a spiritual working system and thinking. Been in your wallet. You have 4 leaf clovers in your wallet for 20 years. Yeah. One time I was going to work and I wanted to try to keep those, the bad and negative energy away from me. So I had this little ID card holder, you know, you had to wear it around your neck. And it was a clear pouch. I remember stuffing so many 4 leaf clovers, 5 leaf clovers, and 6 leaf clovers all in there for protection. I'm thinking, Gina, is that going to protect you? But I did it anyhow. I guess it worked. I did, but I did do that. It's a matrix, even mentioned in the Bible. Um, yeah. We're in a matrix, but we get to make it beautiful or ugly. Well, your thoughts really do change your reality. They do. They do play a role. Your attitude and things like that. Um, you think Brian, honey, I have so many messages on my Facebook. I do, and I don't get to them all. I can't. Well, I could if I wanted to devote all of my time to answering messages and comments. But I've got to have balance in my life with the social media and my family and friends. Our thoughts are the key. Yeah, it is true because of what you think inside. That determines how you're going to make it in this life, how you're going to view life, how really what's going to happen. You learn so much from it. Yeah, you've got to do life. I've got to live my life. I've got to go outside. I've got to experience nature, meet people, still be human. I still got to be human. And it's important. I want to tell you all something that happened today. Um, so I went to the store. This is important. It really is, and it's about humans, about being there for one another. So I went to the store. I had to pick up like a little screw-on cap for a PVC pipe for a valve. And as I was coming back from the store this evening, there was this young lady walking alongside the road. And I thought, she's walking along this country road. I'm going to slow down because she's carrying a jacket and stuff. So I did. And I said, do you need a ride? And she said, yes. And she'd been crying. She had her pocketbook and her thing. And she had a very peaceful personality. And so she got in the car and she said, I said, where do you go? And she goes, I'm going to go to Salem, the town. I said, she goes, are you going that way? I said, yeah. I said, she goes, well, are you going this far? I said, I will go as far as you need to go. I will take you where you need to go. So she's sitting there crying, and a lot of people experience this much more than we realize. She's crying, and she had just been walking for 30 minutes from an abusive relationship. She was verbally and emotionally abused. Okay, this is what it was by this man who she had dated off and on for 1.5 years. And She said, I don't know what I did to deserve this. She goes, I can't do nothing right. And she just kept talking. And I just told her, she goes, he just treats me horrible. And I told her, I said, you know what? I said, you haven't done nothing wrong. I said, you don't do nothing wrong when you have people like that around. I said, they're narcissistic, they're controlling. I said, you know what? I said, you are a loving person. I said, you are worth loving. You do mean something to people. I said, you're nothing of what he tells you you are. And I just kept talking to her. I can't remember everything I said, and the tears just kept rolling down her face. This poor lady, she's 41, and she really did. She had a very peaceful demeanor, but she literally was broken. I said, you know, she goes, I thought I'll just start walking before, and by the time it's nighttime, I'll be able to make it to Salem, because it probably would have took her 3 hours. And, oh my goodness. I'm sitting there thinking, I said, you know what? I said, you have your whole life ahead of you. You don't need to be put up to be treated like that. You don't. You don't need to be treated like that. And she didn't. And she just kept crying, and I kept trying to encourage her. And she was going to go to her mother's house. I said, well, would you get encouraged there? She goes, well, she wants me to stick it out. I said, in an abusive relationship? She said, yeah. I said, you know, the longer you stay in that, the more you die on the inside. Before long, there won't be nothing left of your spirit. You will be literally, your spirit will die. I said, in situations like that, you have got to leave in order to save what's left of you. I said, and you're doing the right thing. I said, and you don't have to go back. I said, you see this road in front of you, all you need to do is just keep walking and never look back, and shut that door. Don't look back, don't go back. I said, your life is in front of you. That's where your life is. And I said, you know, and there is somebody special for you, waiting for you out there. She said, you think so? I said, yes, I do. I said, there is somebody for you, somebody who will love you, who will not, you know, do what he did. I said, there is love out there for you, because you are worth loving. And then she really started crying. She said, I really needed to hear that, because she had been beaten down her whole life, beaten down, and 41 years of age, walking on this country road, is what she was doing. And two other people had offered to pick her up. She goes, but I didn't feel comfortable. So I had just been coming through there at that moment in time. And then she said, I'll go to my friend's house. I said, do you think it's okay? She said, yes, they're the ones who's been there for me, and they told me not to go back to him. So I took her there, and she got out of the car, and I prayed with her. And as soon as she got out of the car, the dogs, the two little dogs, well, they weren't little, they were so happy to see her. They really were. And it's sad that other human beings do this to people, and take advantage of them. Thank you, Susan. That's very nice of you. Yeah, but my heart just went out to her. I said, if you were my daughter or my son and you were in that situation, I said, I would want you out of that. I wouldn't want you to be treated like that, because you don't need to be treated like that. And she said, well, I better not say what else she said, because somehow they might find my YouTube channel. They might. Yeah, but I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying no names or anything, but and this guy, he ran out on her too, and he would leave her there without a car. He'd just take off and just leave her there. So yeah, so hopefully she is going to step right into her new life. That's what she's going to do, step right into her new life. Don't ever go back to that. So yeah, it's all right. If you've been through that right there, you know exactly what that young lady, it's never too late to start over, never. And you can always, it's best to walk away in order to save what's left of you on the inside, because the longer you stay, there's not going to be nothing left. There's not. Yeah, so just get away from that negative energy. I'm sorry I went over to that. So really, if this was a matrix, whew, my goodness, Val, thank you. Yeah, if that was a matrix, how would people's feelings, how would you look at someone else's feelings like that? To me, I've got to feel their feelings. It would mean the same to me from a human standard. It really would. And I wouldn't want to think less of a person if I was in a matrix. I wouldn't, because their feelings are very important. Even though some may say your feelings don't define you, but it is hard when you have those feelings within you and you're feeling them and you're thinking, well, this is me or whatever. Yeah, it's all right. It really is. Yeah, it is hard. It's very hard. And it takes courage. See, that woman just walking down the road didn't know what she was going to do. Her mind was in scramble, she said. And I just kept talking, and I couldn't tell you what all I said. But I tried my best to encourage her, and her friends are going to encourage her, and they'll let her stay there until she can get a place, which she said she has the means to do so, which was great. Just think, she was going to walk for 2 or 3 hours because she had no vehicle, but she knew she had to get out. She goes, I don't know why I went back. I said, well, maybe this is what it took for you to realize that this is not living. This is actually killing you. Maybe this is what it was meant for you to see, to get to this point, because it takes something drastic at times to wake people up, to make a turn for the better. Um, yeah. So, yeah, empathy. That's right. You deleted a video last night you went across and not sure. Something tripped out. Yeah. I don't know what I saw on here, you all. I really don't. And this may not be for everyone. Some people neglect other people's feelings. And I don't want to be that type of person because I have feelings too. I've had my feelings hurt before, uh, lots of times. And I just wanted to just shrivel up and just wish I could just hide. I would be like that tortoise in the shell, is what I would be like. Yeah. Um, um, yeah, so how do I get my mind off of this? I got to get my mind off of that. Okay. You've been there many times. Yeah, it's difficult, but I think when we go through there one too many times, we realize that's one too many and it's not happening again. Because I told her you don't need to be a doormat because you're not a doormat. You're not. You're not a doormat for people to walk all over you. Yes, please hit that like button. So, do we live in a simulation? Do we live in a matrix? We could. And if that was the case, then there's many times that you come back in this matrix. Many times you're reincarnated. That same you is put into different situations. That could be true. That in that aspect, I could see because I feel like an old soul. I really do. Um, yeah. Yeah, somebody's got a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Paula. Yeah. So, I'm getting distracted from the comments. That's all right. I can get distracted. Get distracted. Reincarnation is part of the matrix. But do you look like the same way you looked when before you got reincarnated? Are you always the same look? Are you the same type of person? Do you come back male? Do you come back female? I've heard you can come back anyway. That is a theory. I have heard that you can come back as a male. You can come back as a female. You can come back as an animal, or you don't have to come back. You can take a break. It's interesting about all of the, yes, Paula, it's interesting about all the different theories out there. I do think it's interesting to learn. Yeah, because I think there's some truth to everything. I really, really do. Um, yeah. Um, you want a break. Some people have had regressive, would you say regression? a regression, whatever. I don't know if I want to have regressive. Now I can't even think of the terminology. Uh, I don't want to. I don't want to look back at my life because I heard that I was. I heard that I was on. I was a nurse in the last World War alongside another nurse. That's what someone told me, that they remember me in another life, attending to the people on the battlefield is what they remember. Yeah, past life regression. And then I heard I was like a priestess in the temple, in a temple, someone told me, the same individual who can remember their past lives. Um, and then someone said, well, you came from the sun. I don't remember any of it. I really don't. I don't. Um, yeah. The realm has been hijacked in a twinkle of an eye. Yeah. Uh, Ken Armstrong, what's up? I'm trying to figure out what's up. I am. There's a lot of things that's up. Oh, that's like that song that says, That's What's Up. It's these two girls. They're singing a song, and that's what's up. It's a really cute song. Yeah, past life regression. Yeah, I don't want to remember because it might have an influence on my life uh, right now, and I wouldn't want to remember it. Yeah. I don't want to laugh at that. Oh my goodness gracious. Some of these comments, it was a tad bit inappropriate, but it made me laugh. But I wouldn't say it myself. I wouldn't, because I can't talk like that. No, I wouldn't do it. Uh, I heard that before, that it heals you in this life, and it could help with some people. Um, yeah. I don't want to go there, you all, because I'll get to giggling and I won't get to stop. Zyla, you bad girl. You're just telling me that on here. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh no, don't do that. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. That's quite enough, you all. We gotta change this subject. I gotta wind down. I gotta go to bed tonight. I really do. Yeah. So we really do. Some people, there is a theory that we live in a matrix, and there really could be some truth to it. I think there's a little bit of truth to a lot of things, is what I think. And so if you're just tuning in, that was the topic. I did speak about this young lady that I picked up on the road, who was brokenhearted, and hopefully she's feeling a lot better, and her life is going to take a new turn for her, which is wonderful. It really is. Um, oh my goodness gracious. Um, um, no, I haven't seen any. I did hear about I guess you all heard about it too. I just heard about it, that the Pentagon officially said there was like those pyramid-shaped UFOs in the sky that they got videos of. And are they really a 3D pyramid, or are they the triangular ships that people see in the sky? Is it one of those? Yes, that is great. Hello from Missouri. Um, Shalom. Yeah. Shay Butter, thank you. So yeah, that pyramid like that in the sky. Hey, wasn't that like the Indian? in India mythology or something like that, or one of them had a pyramid ship that they flew around in. Which one was that? Because I think I remember seeing that in some type of mythology. The Shiva, yes, Roberta, that's right. That was their vehicles. They were like gods or like demigods, weren't they? And they did exist because there were things written about them. Yeah, Lord Shiva. That's right. Um, the Flying Pyramids, okay, was one of the tribes that you learned of in school. Did you really? I never heard about that. I wish I would have heard about that. Um, the Flying Shivas in the sky. And now I think I remember reading up on that. They even had blueprints of how to make their crafts, didn't they? Every single dimension, everything in it, they had blueprints. They were very advanced in technology. Um, somebody is stressful. Um, somebody is stressed out. Um, oh, wow. Thank you for helping her. No one helped me out, not even the police. Oh, my gosh, that's awful. Yeah, so I do believe everything happens for a reason. I do. And she thought she was going to have to walk in darkness, literally and figuratively, but she didn't. There was no darkness for her. And I think that's wonderful. I really do. You're a second wave volunteer. No, you're not losing it. You're not. A blueprint for a time machine. You know, what if when you have the deja vu, well, no, that's you're not going back in time. You're just remembering. Well, there's something to that, the deja vu, because you've been there before um, about it. Have you all had it, the deja vu? Yeah, I had that at my mom's this past week. I was getting ready to get in my car, and I stopped in my tracks, and I looked around me. I told her, she was sitting outside. I said, I've been here before. I just had a deja vu of it. Yeah, yeah. There's something to that. You went to places and you felt bad things before and they happened there. Um, I can't remember posting anything on the Book of Enoch. I've spoke about it. Yeah, you've had it too. You had to go back into the past for the things to make sense in the present. Well, I could see how that would help clear up some uh, thoughts or things that are happening in your life. You used to have them all the time. Wow. Well, they say when you hit around 5 or 6, then you stop remembering them. I guess that's when you go to the dentist and you get some fluorides, or maybe when the shots kick in, um, then you don't remember anymore. The Mandela affecting the dimensions, it could be. You have it all the time. Yeah, a hug to you all too. A lingering attack. The vaccines, yeah, I think they probably do. You all still have it. Oh my goodness, you all. It's about getting my bedtime, but I hadn't been on here. I've really had a super, super busy day today. So, But I can get on here for a few minutes, so that's what I did before I go to bed. Is The Chosen a scary movie? Um, yeah. Well, that's true, Ken. I can say it like that. Um, yeah. Oh, well, you're welcome. You're welcome. The Indian flying carpet, and then you got Aladdin and his flying carpet. And then you got Jafar, and I remember Jasmine going up to him, and she said, "And your beard, it is so twisted." And she tricks him. That was a weird cartoon, Jafar and his twisted beard. Yeah, yeah, that's great. All righty. It's good to hear you all too. I am going to go to bed, you all. I really do need to go to bed because I got a busy day tomorrow too. So I'm doing great. Have a wonderful rest of your all's day. And thank you for the people who donated through that super chat. Yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, night, morning, and day. Love you all. Good night.